Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Daily Energy. The day is Need You, T Twin Eeks, de Witness. Need You, T Twin Eeks, de Witness. It is the 26th of June. The day's overall energy is a day of planning, cleaning, organizing, releasing, hearing, beating, acting, and building. Okay. So, some things that we want to do today, we want to detox. We want to free ourselves, release and clear. So, it is a day of cleaning. And so, you're going to see a lot of like cleaning words, not just the physical, but the spiritual as well, the emotional, the mental. You want to get rid of anything that no longer serves your purpose. That's i.e., for me, pride. Okay. um, and so those type of things that you've been working on for quite some time, and now it's saying, okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's go ahead and just go on and nip this stuff in the bud and get back on track and get rid of all of that. Okay, because it becomes a hindrance. Because for right now, there is someone right now who is basically feeling up to here with it, like overwhelmed, um, stressed out, worrying, don't know what to do, stuck in the ditch of self-pity, and even worse than that, because your feelings are valid. Okay, I want you to know that your feelings are valid and you're not alone. And I'm going to touch base further on here, but before I go on this long tangent, let me continue on. Okay, so release and clear. Let others make their own mistakes or their own failures, because they have their own lessons to learn. Understand that mistakes and failures are not actually mistakes and failures, they are opportunities to learn. Okay, and in order for you to overcome, you must learn the lesson. Okay, and the lessons are so that you may pass your test. And it's something that you repeat over and over and over again so that you can advance and go on to your next level in life. And so it's okay to say, I'm right here now. I am aware of where I am now. I accept where I am now so that I can focus on the now, but I do not choose to stay here. My daddy once told me, he said, I don't allow grass to grow under my feet for too long. He meant I'm not going to stay stagnant and stuck here for too long. I'm going to keep on moving, okay? So you must keep on moving, all right? So that's one of those lessons that you can't teach anybody. They have to learn that. They have to go through that process. They have to have the experiences that they must have. I can only share with you so much on this journey, and many of you don't get it. You don't get what I'm doing. You don't get the process. And that's okay, because it takes the process to get the progress, all right? But eventually, when you get to this point in your life, you're going to say, oh, I get it now. And I'm glad I had this information, okay? So get back up and fight for your life, for that person that is down right now. Get back up and fight for your life. You're down right now because of a relationship. hmm You're down right now because of that narcissistic relationship that you're in. And it just breaks my heart for you, honestly, because I know where you are, because I've been there before. I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to me. So I was dating this guy that I met, and I never should have been dating him in the first place. And so we were laying down, first big mistake, and just laying down, just in my mind, just not doing anything, just laying down. And he kept trying it. And I told him no. And next thing you know, his hands was around my neck. It was dark. And me, this is how you can tell my heart. His hands around my neck, and I'm saying to him, I love you. Are you okay? This is how I'm talking to him. I love you. His hands around my neck now. I'm calm. And I'm saying, I love you. Are you okay? And then when I realized that he's not letting up, and I'm starting not to even be able to say I started to fight. And I fought him off of me. And I cut the light on so that I could see his face, to see who it was I was really dealing with. And I noticed that I was dealing with the devil at that moment. And I said, I switched up a little bit. I said, I love you. Are you okay? Again. But then when I realized he was trying me, I said, what are you, stupid or something? And then the next thing you know, boom. Excuse me. He pushed me back into a window. And that window shattered behind me. He pushed me through a window. And all of a sudden, I started to see red. And I lost it. Okay? Anybody that knows that when you start to see red or black, it is uh-oh. Okay? And so I lost it. And then it got so bad that when it was all said and done, I didn't call the police on him because I felt like I would have been the one to go to jail. Okay? Because it got that bad. And so I'm telling you this story to let you know how serious of a situation that you are in. Do you know when he pushed me through that window, that glass could have went through my back or my neck? That could have ended my life right then and there. But it didn't. And that was not my doing. That was the grace of God's doing. But notice when I told you the overall energy today has the word beating in it. And the words of the day go hand in hand with that. This is a serious day. It is a day to where if you feel unsafe, get away, baby, run. And when I tell you run, I mean run, and don't tell nobody where you are going. I mean run. If you have to leave it all behind, today is the day to leave it all behind, because it is not a day for play. I am trying to save your life. Okay? Just like God saved my life the day he pushed me through that window. Okay? You're in a very dangerous situation. All right? Okay. So, I know you're scared. You don't know how this happened to you. It was something that just, happened all of a sudden. Because what you don't understand about a narcissist is they know more about what you want than what you know about what you want. They were testing you this whole entire time. If you get a chance, go read my poem, The Narcissist, or go watch my poem, The Narcissist. It's actually a video on here. It's like one of the first videos I did. But listen to it. And if I'm describing in that poem something that you're going through right now, run. Because it says 1 to the body, 2 to the head. He will make you regret the day you ever opened your legs, misled. Now they're all dead, some buried, some cold in the walls of a shed. It's that serious, okay? So don't be afraid to walk away. Don't be afraid to be a stranger in a strange land, okay? Because not only for some of you is your safety important, but the safety of your children are important also. And do you know every time she sees or he sees him beating you, do you know that that's scarring them? This thing is not just about you. It's about your babies too. Okay? All right, so let me get back to it. And I'm sure I'm going to go on and on about it again. But guide those that need guidance. This is the things that you want to do today. Enjoy life's comforts. Work hard to live the way you desire. Okay? Live the way you desire. Clean and organized. Balance work, home, and play. Learn how to make it work. All right? Now notice, now I said learn how to work it, make it work. But let me finish that. Learn how to make it work for you. All right? I'm not telling you to continue on in an unsafe environment. I'm saying learn how to make it work. Since today is about cleaning and organization, you might have some new tools that you might have to use, some resources. You might have a more technical vacuum cleaner or something. Learn how to make that work. But when a relationship does not work, let it go. Because that means it is not the one for you. We are on twin flame soulmate vibes. We don't got time for that mess. Okay? We don't got time for that mess. That is a karmic. And so here's the thing about the karmic. And I told you before, for some of y'all, I told you about the time when I was about to have a sexual encounter. We're going to keep it real because ain't nobody hiding nothing. We were about to have I was about to have a sexual encounter with this guy. And all of a sudden, I had a vision. And I went back to the slave days, and I saw, it looked like in the backwoods of Tennessee somewhere, and I saw women and children running like they were hiding the kids, the little girl. And I never forget, there was like this little spindle thing, you know, those little toys. It was a wooden toy that I think you spin that toy and it starts spinning like this. And I remember seeing this little girl, which could have very well been me. And I remember seeing the fear on my mother's face, you know, as everyone started hiding their daughters. And then I seen these men, and it was like men and boys. They were basically hunting us down at this time. And I'm going to leave it to your imagination of why our mothers at that time, because this is a past life for me, felt the need to hide us. And this is a time when we were wearing white, okay? We were all wearing white at this time in the backwoods, and it must have been in Tennessee or Kentucky or somewhere around in that time. And this is where this guy was from. But we were instantly attracted to each other, instantly connected. It was even to the point that before he told me his name, I knew his name. And I thought it was just my gift because, I have a gift. And I thought it was just my gift. But it was spirit telling me, no, no, no. You know this person. And you're attracted to this person, not because you're in love with this person, but you're attracted to this person because this person did you wrong in the past life. And you don't know that. And so you think it's love that's drawing you to this person. This person is infatuated with you because of what they were infatuated with you about in your past. So when you're attracting people, it's not always what you think it is. It's not always love that attracts you to somebody from a past life. Sometimes it's a karmic. And that karmic, there's a difference. I like to differentiate a lot of times between karmic soulmates and twin flame. I'm going to get to this twin flame energy in a minute. And I'll tell you the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate. Okay? All right. So, yes. So, learn how to make it work. Experience something new. You might want to change your scenery. You might want to, after you finish working and cleaning up your house and doing whatever else you got to do, you might just want to go spend some time somewhere that you never spent before, or maybe do some renovations or rearrange your furniture, okay, to change your scenery, get something new going, get a fresh start, okay? Get to know yourself. Think back to when times were good, okay? Go back to that if you can. And I'm not talking about a temporary good. I'm talking about think back to times when you were happy and go back to that. All right? For me, honestly, I'm going to tell you the time that I was happy was the time when I lived on the streets. Can I tell you the truth? That's the time when I was the most happy. When I was away from the expectations of others, the judgments of others, so to speak, when it was just me and God, when I was living in my car, from the streets to living in my car, the happiest times of my life. Okay? And so that's because my personal power is calm. And when I am in my sacred space, which my sacred space is God's space, I'm happy. Okay? So you find out what that is for you and go back to that. Honestly, if it wasn't for y'all, if it wasn't for my purpose, if I could just be a little bit selfish, I would never speak. I'm honest. I would never speak if I could be a little bit selfish. I would stay on my farm. I would do my gardening because that is my place of peace. But I will have my reward. But I cannot continue to be silent and say that I love you the way that I do. And I do. And that's why I speak. It's not all there yet. I still have some work, okay? Remember, I'm kind of new at this in this life. But I love you enough to show up for you, all right? So love yourself enough to show up for yourself. And don't get me wrong, I love me enough to show up for me too. Because I done found the authentic me, baby. And I love everything about Let me look, here you go. Look, I done found the authentic me, baby. And I love everything about her. Okay. Think back to when times were good and try to go back to that. Find joy in the simple pleasures. Okay. So the silence. I find joy in silence. I find joy in dancing with my trees and dancing with my bushes and my flowers and listening to music and just dancing in my yard. People passing by my house, because you know, you pass by my house, you're gonna see me in my yard. And people passing by my house like, "Ooh, what in the world is she doing?" I don't care, because that's my simple pleasure. So find out what that is for you. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small you may think they are. Celebrate that, okay? Turning a frown into a smile. If you have managed to do that, guess what? That is an achievement. So good for you. Think back to when times were good, all right? So I went back. All right, overcome adversity. Overcome adversity. You have to run through and leap over anything and everything, okay? That seems to be blocking your way. And sometimes, baby, that's even yourself. Okay? That's your shadow self. And you must, before you get to this next level, oh, you're going to have to face your shadow self. And God will put you in a situation to where it's just you and you, baby. Where it is just you and you. And you have to look at yourself and say, "Ooh, child, you know you ain't right. Ooh, child, but I love you. But ooh, child, I'm gonna have to bury you deep down, okay? We're gonna have to come to an agreement. We're gonna have to come to some balance, okay? Because you need your shadow self a little bit, okay? Because you need to balance. Because you gotta have that balance within yourself. You can't be all the way this way and you can't be all the way that way. You have to have balance. You have to be the bridge in between um the two sides of yourself. All right? But ooh, baby, you gotta face yourself at some point. It's an uncomfortable feeling. It's uncomfortable. I know it for some of y'all, because that's what I'm doing right now. I know for some of y'all it's uncomfortable for you to watch. But watch me. Okay, wait a minute. Who said that? Was that? Oh my goodness. Okay, the Godfather. Watch me. I got it. Okay. Anyways, um, identify illusion and hidden agendas. Uh, identify illusion and hidden agendas. Okay, this has been coming up over the last few days. I want to say almost a week now. So you know there's somebody around you or even entities around you that have hidden agendas. And I have told you about some of that. I don't want to really go into that again today because I'm trying to be a little bit more wiser with what I do. So I'm learning, okay? So I'm gonna find a better time and a better way to be more effective. But I do want you to understand that everybody does not have your best interest at heart. And at some point, look, I'm gonna tell you this, okay? At some point, it's going to come down to when it's just you and God. You might not be quite there just yet, because some of you don't even know God, and I mean really know God. Um, Now, I'm not talking about what you heard about God. I'm talking about know God, have a conversation, have a relationship with God. All right, not an idea of God, but God. All right, and so you will learn, as I am learning, that when it comes down to it, not even the people that say they hear from God sometimes can be trusted. There, from here on out, I'm telling you, from here on out, thank you for sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, and your understanding with me. But from here on out, it's me and God, baby. This thing called this intuition inside of me, oh, I'm going to trust her. Because my spirit has never, ever, ever steered me wrong. It is when I listened to the opinions of others that I have gotten in trouble, because I ended up going at their pace instead of my own pace. Okay? Go at your pace. Don't allow people to force you into doing something that you know you ain't ready to do. You know you ain't ready to do. Because sometimes people will try to pull you down from your high horse so that they can get on it and ride off in the sunset, all right? With all your stuff, or with what they think was all your stuff. But look, you the treasure. So as long as they leave you behind, oh, child, they still left you with everything, because you still got God, because God will never leave you nor forsake you, and you still got you. See, I'm trying to tell you some stuff today, all right? I ain't even worried about going over this daily energy. You know how I'm just talking most of the time. I ain't even worried about this as much, because I'm going to tell you all this stuff too, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you, all right? So watch what you consume. Watch what you consume, okay? I don't watch scary movies. I used to, but not anymore. Because I noticed I never feared snakes when I was younger. My sister did, but not I. I'm laughing because there's a story behind that. I'm not going to tell you that story today, but not I. But all of a sudden, when I moved to the wilderness, I became fearful of snakes at one point in time. Not anymore. That's because I started watching all these videos and all these scary movies of bad stuff happening, and it instills fear. And when you're afraid in the country, you don't want to walk outside. I can't. I'm not even gonna tell you the half the stuff that I did. Okay, so watch what you consume. That's even what you eat. This is more so about what you eat, what you put in your body. You know, yeah, we let ourselves go, but guess what? We steal ourselves and we can get it back, and we will, okay? All right, let's focus on one thing at a time, okay? And we're going to get there. You're going to get there, my friend, okay? For you that's feeling like, woe is me, I don't know how I got there. It's probably because you wore a lot of tights, like me, okay? Tights are lies, okay? Tights are liars, because they allow your weight to creep up on you, because they make you think that you can really fit in those size pants and you ain't gaining weight, but they are liars. Okay, so wear more jeans so you know you can really measure your progress. Yeah, child, because that's what I've been going through, but we gonna get there. Align with your purpose. All right, some things that we do not want to do, which is probably all the things that I'm doing right now, because I go over this the same time I tell it to you. All right, so do not be overly protective. Do not be aggressive. Do not be compulsive. Do not be scared. Do not be unaware. Do not be controlling. Do not be indecisive. Do not regret. Do not be disappointed. Do not avoid responsibility. Do not stress. Do not be insecure. Some things, excuse-moi, some things to remember. Remember to protect, guide, and nurture. Remember your intentions are good. Now, so pretty much the energy for today is about people that want to help others. But some people may take your your guidance the wrong way, and they may think that you're trying to control. Just know that your intentions are good, okay? And so know you're not a bad person. You just got a big heart. And don't try to fit your big heart into a small circle. All right, remember to give them what they need and let them decide what to do with it. Ooh, wee. That is one of the main things, one of the first lessons my father taught me, is to give them what they need and let them decide what to do with it. You are not going to be able to force people to think the way that you think. But it's not just because they don't want it, don't mean that they don't need it. So you give it to them and let them decide what to do with it, okay? Remember, the process comes before progress, okay? You're going through the process right now. But keep going through the process because you will get to progress, all right? The more you run through and leap over, the closer you get to your destiny. Remember, your best is good enough, friend. It is. Your best is good enough. Do the best you can, and that is good enough. Because it is about being good enough for God, not necessarily good enough for man. Do you hear what I'm saying? It is about being good enough for God, not necessarily good enough for man. Okay? Because man will leave you. God will never. That spirit guide that's been with you the entire your entire life, it's going to be there for you for the rest of your life. Okay? Remember to multitask. Remember to forgive. Remember, the wrong choice is no choice. Okay? So that means that there's not a right or wrong decision at this time. Okay? It's all now. Hear this. They all lead to consequence, and they all lead to opportunity. All circumstance leads to opportunity, both good circumstance and bad circumstance. Okay? So they're all going to lead to opportunity. But if you don't move at all, you're not making progress, and so that's why that's the wrong choice. Remember to allow yourself to heal. Remember to forgive and let go, but remember, forgive and let go, but remember I told you the story a couple of days ago about how I when I forgive, I forget, like literally forget, but that ended up causing like exes to be able to come back in my life and do the same thing over and over again. It is when I remembered what they did to me and they started coming back, I was like, oh, no, we're not doing that. Oh, no, baby. No. Click. See the text message, just scroll over it. Don't even watch it. Ignore. Okay? But yeah, when they start talking that nonsense. Okay, so remember to allow yourself to heal. Remember to forgive and let go. But remember, efforts make the ordinary what? Extraordinary. Remember, loving self means taking care of self. Remember, your environment needs upkeep. Remember, what you focus on, you will attract. Remember, you are loved unconditionally. Remember to live. And don't stop living while you still got breath. Okay? Don't stop living while you still got breath. Remember to be loyal to what you love. Ooh, I didn't even finish writing that. Remember to keep the flame burning. But what I put was remember to keep the flame be. Remember to keep the flame burning. What kind of flame is this? I'm talking about that twin flame. I'm talking about the twin flame, baby. I'm talking about the God source, baby. I'm talking about to keep the flame burning, that light, that love. You are the light of the world and the salt of the earth. So keep that burning. That's what I mean. So keep that flame burning. Even if it's just a little dim light, they can't put it out. So you keep it burning, because one day when you realize who you are and whose you are and how capable you are and how enough you are and how worthy you are to the Father, oh baby, you gonna burn bright, and shine. All right, some things that's needed. Okay, you need time management, compassion, strength, stamina, action, productivity, hobby, community, courage, confidence, vision, to purge, balance, perseverance, goal, and plan. So when it comes down to purge is what we talk about: detox, release, getting rid of all kinds of stuff, trash, clothes, whatever no longer serves your purpose, and donate them. Don't throw them away, please. No, there's somebody out there that needs that stuff. Plan. You want to have a plan, but before you plan, make sure you have a goal. And after you set the goal, make sure you visualize that thing while you're planning, so you will be able to know what the process is, where you're going. Okay, you could also do a vision board. Some ways to be. Okay, be energetic, be resilient, be sensual, be warm, be empathetic, be a mentor, be organized, be determined, be a blessing, be responsible, be supportive, be resourceful, be prepared, be humble, be grateful, be happy, and be in love. I told you, twin flame energy. Ooh, y'all, it was a beautiful, it has been a beautiful morning and a lovely night. Can I tell you that? Words of the day: upset, puzzled, sensual, bang, right, lecture, sour, and gain. And then they just put a damper on all of that I just said. Yeah. So upset. Okay, so let me just start here. Overall, today for the couple, it's going to either be good or it's going to be really, really bad. It's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. Someone can profess their love for you, go out of their way, serenade you, or on the opposite end of that, we'll see a lot of domestic violence in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. And these type of situations will go all the way left. Okay, when I say all the way left, I'm talking, okay, without me having to say it. Yeah. 1 to the body, 2 to the head. He will make you regret the day you ever opened your legs, misled. Now they're all dead, some buried, some cold in the walls of a shed. Okay? So that part. Because I say that because we have upset, then we have fighting, hit, beat, prison. So if you're fighting, hitting, beating, and all that, guess what? You're going to go to prison today, baby. Or over the next 1 to 3 days, okay? So you might see something that come up in the news about this happening, and you're going to be like, man, will this just stop already? But this thing is gaining momentum, okay? Rob is also significant. So not only is there going to be DV, but there's also going to be people that's going to be breaking into people's homes or cars and all this stuff. We'll see this over the news over the next couple of days, okay? But so you want to protect yourself, because the energy is harsh. As harsh is a word of the day, and inform is a word of the day. So you're going to receive information, but you also need to tell somebody some information. If you need to get a restraining order, get a restraining order. But it is not all bad energy, because there is growth, okay? We see bud, like bud, B-U-D, like bud, like a rosebud, okay? So it's not all bad. There is some good energy here. There's growth taking place. There's blooming. It's not blooming yet, but it will. We also see, oh Lord, before I get to that, body is a word of the day too. So uh body is a word of the day, so they probably try to body somebody, um body them in what well, you know what body means. And so yeah, and yeah, so it's really dangerous today, okay? Over the next 1 to 3 days, could be all week, but I just, yeah, anyways. So there is growth. Orb, so you'll see orbs, might see some orbs, might see some supernatural activity, might see some alien activity, might see some kind of angelic activity with orb coming in. Bro, uh, is it's a word but not a word, but bro, we might hear something about bro. I don't know. Um, bro, bro. Bro. So, bro may be something that's more uh, family oriented, or somebody calling somebody out on their stuff. Like, bro, man, what you doing? Like, are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? And somebody talking, but stepping up for you and saying, bro, no, you're not gonna put your hands on her. Okay, all right, that type of thing. Um, so let's see, stern. So somebody might be a little strict. Spain and speech is significant. So language comes up. So maybe it's a good day for you to learn a new language, specifically maybe Spanish, Spain. Um, Maybe your change of scenery is you visiting Spain. Who knows? But that is significant. But here is the good part. All right, we get words in here like puzzle, sensual, right, lecture, uh, gain, uh, hour. Okay, so we do have commitment in here. And then we get music. And can I tell you that I heard my soul, not my soulmate, he's more than my soulmate, but I heard my twin flame this morning. You remember a couple of days ago I said, I was talking about, I said I've been having like not having a problem, but I said I haven't been able to hear from my twin flame, but I heard him this morning, and I know he was talking to me, and so it was a beautiful thing. And so we back on track. All right, we back on track. As long as we back on track, that's good. And so you might hear that coming up for you. Okay, you see that smile on my face? Yeah, I know. Never mind. I ain't even gonna talk about it. But I've been called out on that before. But my twin is my twin. So let's talk about the difference. All right. So the twin flame is someone that you are spiritually connected to this person. And I mean, one is one side, the other is the other side. Okay. That's the sun and moon energy. On the right side, that is the sun. On the left side, that is the moon. In the middle, the two have become one. All right. The two become one. They can occupy the same body at one time, so to speak. All right. That's a twin flame. Like they are connected. One mind. One, like they can, like I can literally hear him. Like we can hear each other. I know he can hear me. I just thought I was going crazy. And I know I can hear him. Okay. So we can hear each other. And so you may have that thing, and you might think it's just spirit talking to you, because the first time The first time this happened to me, when music, I heard message through music, because you will definitely hear that today or over the next 1 to 3 days. It was a Chris Brown. It's never a right time to say goodbye. That thing, okay? Without me singing it, because my voice ain't back yet. But it was never a right time to say goodbye. And I needed to hear that every time it came on. It seemed like every time I was with that same person, that song would come on the radio. And so God uses music, I'm telling you, because if I would have just listened to Chris Brown when he started singing that song, baby, it would have saved me a whole lot of drama. No, Chris Brown is not my twin flame, okay? But I'm just saying that song was very useful at that time. All right, so affirmation. I am capable and worthy of true love, and I will not settle for less. And baby, when I tell you, soon as my twins say, let's go, I will leave all of this behind, including you. Okay, I love you, but yeah, sorry, not sorry. Bye, y'all. That's that twin flame connection. See, because I can live without y'all, I can't live without him. All right, that's that twin flame connection. Okay, now a soulmate connection, it's oftentimes people that you were married to in the past life, or you actually loved in the past life, but they weren't necessarily your twin, but they were somebody that you were vowed to, could have been married 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And so y'all are passionately connected in this life, and I just explained to you earlier about the karmic. Okay, so the journal prompt is I attract. And so I talked about you being able to attract based on what you think about, okay? If what was that, the field of dreams, if you build it, he will come or they will come. I don't remember the saying, but if you think it, oh, it will happen eventually. And the more you think it, it's like you thinking now. I've been talking about these exes, and you start talking about these exes, they start coming back. And the narcissist won't leave. Oh, but we going to get rid of the narcissist, baby. Narcissist, that dang on goblin. When you tell him to get out, he just don't go. Oh, but when that twin, before that twin, yeah, they going to have to go, boo. You going to have to give them the boot. Okay, come hell or high water. All right, so the moon phase is the waning gibbous moon. It's a time to purge, release, get rid of all the things, do a clearing, get rid of stuff that no longer serves your purpose. So that's good for today, okay? So do an extensive cleaning today. The emo check is accidents can result from anger. Anger is just as passionate as love, okay? It oftentimes causes those experiencing the intense emotion to blame, control, deny, harm, and regret. Practice calming techniques in order to manage your anger. Because I talk about before about how when steel loses its temper, it loses much of its strength, so to speak. Okay. So some things that may happen today, you may hear a message in the music. You may sense your soulmate or a twin flame. You may want to clean. You may want to work hard, or may need to work hard, or may find yourself working hard. You will have the energy. It's also a day later on you can work out. Okay, later on tonight. Make sure you get home early tonight, because it's one of them nights, okay, that I will tell you to be in the house if you can by 6 o'clock. Definitely by 9 o'clock, okay? But 6 o'clock, yeah, start wrapping that thing up. And then 9 o'clock, be in the house, okay? Get to yourself, okay? So it is a day to where you may have an important conversation with someone. This conversation could go left when it's supposed to go right, or it could be right all night. Okay, it just depends on if God is trying to pull y'all together or pull you apart. Okay, if you when you get to this point, if you don't do it, you force God's hands, especially when you're the chosen of God. If you do not make the decision to do what you need to do when you must do it, you will force God's hand to do it, because He's not going to let you settle for less than what He's promised you. All right. So it is a day of planning and building. All right. So I love y'all. I wish y'all the best. I really do. If you feel like you're in danger, get away, okay, from that danger. All right. Get away from the danger and allow yourself to heal. Uh, did you hear what I said for the affirmation? I am capable and worthy of true love, and I will not settle for less. You are worthy and capable of true love, and you should not settle for less, okay? You are enough, my friend, and you are more powerful than you know. If you leave this situation, because I know you're afraid to leave and you're thinking nobody's going to want you, but baby, want yourself. Want yourself, and you'll see when you start wanting yourself, watch how they start coming in. But don't even focus on that right now. Focus on you. Okay? I love you. Good blood wine hearts go out. Take care of yourself and each other. You get a heart, you get a heart, you get a heart. Hearts go out.